at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Play action. It's Jackson. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and forever. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now he'll pull it down. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's another Baltimore first down.
First one down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
54, right there. 54 miles. I got Hey, watch that.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run for it with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
A pickup of 2.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
On second down, Cook. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal?
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Baltimore right 25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass, incomplete.
On the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. And he's got Miller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
He was brought down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 40 now on second down. Prescott, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's now fourth down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Patrick Queen in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
3rd and long.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
At the 28-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Amari Cooper hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Cowboys nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Now Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
It's a ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
Throwing on second down. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He'll find the rookie from Oklahoma, CeeDee Lamb. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
12 yards.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They got a yard on 1st, 2 on 2nd, and 3 here on 3rd.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're really excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Prescott's pass.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Prescott to throw it. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Elliott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
22 yards.
A first down carry by Elliott. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 95 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They got to just take a deep breath.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. They start the drive with Cook. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
The ball carrier.
Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 19-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens add on. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson getting the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They throw it out right complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. And that'll set them back 5. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 3. Brings up
Prescott now. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Pollard across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
28-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd down, it's Cook. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. Tucker's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. 41. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And they take a knee. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. This is Tony Pollard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Able to hit his target Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Final score, Ravens.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.